Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Auburn's gonna have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Great news for the offense as they'll get the ball with tremendous field position inside the 40-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And that's a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse.
And they got him. Sack.
That defender did not care that the running back was setting up behind him on a screen. He was just thinking one thing and one thing only. See ball, get ball. He did that.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback checking the play. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be knocked down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out and they were stopped on 4th down. Oh, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Discards a man. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're bringing heat. He'll get rid of it. Got his man all by himself.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Auburn lines up quickly. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to throw, it's Rashada. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense wants to bring the heat. Dumps it to the back. It's complete! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking everything.
And he breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll keep it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Getting some heat. On the move to his left. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Third down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 14, Georgia 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The give to the tailback. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that
the expressway is wide open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Georgia going up tempo. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Feeling some heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now,
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's perfect. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver shows motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up.
Georgia.
This possession.
They'll take over.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation now because he's got those types of skills.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Give him 6. Touchdown, Dogs! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Baylor is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has...
Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Fighting off the defender. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the run, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Kane. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You know, runs like this, oftentimes you're like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, These small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quickly complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he makes the extra point.
Georgia, 35. Auburn, 14.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Shaw. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going up top. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it.
And they got him for the sack. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Georgia, 35. Auburn, 14.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Finds his tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Rashada. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Beebe. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced.
number 86.
The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
Man, the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Oregon has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 31 over Oklahoma. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Second down coming up.
The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A lot of urgency for this offense. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt to try. And it's up and good. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Handoff to the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Wants to throw. It's Rashada. Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw for it. gets it out quickly. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And he's thrown another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Shaw. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
1st and 10.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires and picked off. Barishnikov should be so sweet. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of...
Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. It's complete to the left. Oh, it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and secure. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 49, Auburn 21.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to get to it. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack.